Hello again, everyone. Today I am kind of going to do some epic swatching of soft pastels. This is a gigantic set of Unison color pastels, and it came in this lovely wooden box, which I can't even I can't even show you the whole thing, but there is this slide off top. Actually, let me get it to a point where I can actually slide it off. There's this slide off top, which also doubles as a writing board. So you can put paper there, or, you know, an art board. One issue I have with that is that if you're going to be just having a piece of paper here, you've got this logo. So, you know, I don't know if they entirely thought of that, but you could put a rigid surface here and then draw or do pastels on top. It's often nice to have a sloped surface when using pastels, because then the dust will fall as you're working. But that's the lid, and I believe that this is, so it's not a specialty set. It's like a supersized beginner set in this giant box, and this was sort of there you go. This was sort of a COVID fever purchase, which there was a sale on Unison pastel. There you can get the whole set there. That's kind of a nice picture there. They had a sale on Jackson's on Unison pastels, and I've really been into pastels lately, and I saw this big set and there weren't very many of them left, and I was like, I'm just gonna get that. And then subsequently completely forgot that I purchased that, because I did that while I was like, you know, I had a COVID fever. So so this is what came. But it's nice, it's beautiful. It was I guess this was kind of my consolation prize to myself for getting COVID, of like, you know, this sucks. Here's some beautiful sticks of color. All right. Well, what I plan to do today is to swatch each of these only in dry form, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to swatch it on some of this Jackson's pastel paper, which I haven't tried yet. And my idea is to do a swatch of each of the colors, rub them in with my fingers so that you have like sort of a soft sample of each color. And then I'm going to laminate the paper with that on there so that I can keep it as a reference for this. And I'm gonna laminate as opposed to fixing the pastels with something, just because first off, laminating is going to be much more durable in the long term, but also there's no chance of smudging with that. So this pastel pad, they have a variety of colors in here, and when I look through, I kind of thought, you know, what would be the best color to swatch these with, and I've decided to go with the most neutral gray in here, which is this. And it looks like they actually have some like bluish purple paper. It's really nice. Pastels work really, really nicely on dark paper because they are so pigmented. The pigment really stands out. But for today, we are going to be using this gray. And I don't know how many sheets I'm going to need, so I'm just going to take them out one by one. So we'll start with this one. And I'm going to have to move this off to the side somewhere. I think what I might do is put it in my lap because that way I can reach down to get the colors, and that won't really get in your way, and you'll be able to see the swatching. Wondering if I should put it this way. I mean, I think ideally for my filing purposes, I might want to have it this way. But actually, let's try it this way, because then I might be able to put more in a line. Let's try that. This is not pre-planned as far as like layout, so I'm just going to kind of take it as it comes and we'll see. I do have a damp paper towel off to the side to wipe my fingers off, because what I plan to do is wipe my fingers off in between. Actually, I'm looking for a little pot of water as well in case I need extra water. Let me put this back here and get that. Okay. I do have a little pot of watercolor water off to the side here, just in case I need some extra. But I do have a damp paper towel so that I can wipe my fingers off on that once I do the smudging for each, because I am just going to use my fingers. All right, so we're just going to start in, and I am not going to label these as I go. I'm going to label them after the fact, because I am going to put them in color order in which they appear in this set. So let me actually zoom in a little bit, and I can move around as I go. So this, as you can see, they're just beautiful pastels. I'm going to do kind of like little ovals. So this is red 12. And you can get all, if not, most if not all of these pastels individually. So there. So that's what I plan to do for each of these. Just do like a little smudgy page, and then I'm going to wipe my finger off on my damp paper towel over here so that I can do it again. All right, so then this is red 11. And so this is obviously a darker color than the one before. I'm going to try to use, roughly the same amount of pigment for each one. These do feel really, really nice on this paper. And what I'm trying to do is smoosh all that dust into the page so that essentially we can have that there. Okay, and I think actually what I might do, since that's a little bit pale, I'm going to go back in. No, that's not going to work. We'll just leave it as is. I'm pretty sure this will be able to work for what I want it to. And as you see, I just went off camera to tap off some of the dust, and I'll probably be doing that throughout. So this is red number 10. Really nice. These have such a luscious texture when you use them. So one of the other reasons why I wanted to swatch these and then, subsequently label them is so that I can take the wrappers off of the pastels. I've been kind of hesitant to do that because, then how am I going to keep track of what's what? But I need to start just using these how I would use them. I'm going to zoom in even more so you can get a little bit of a close up. Okay, so this is red number 9. It'll be interesting to see how much we can get on each line here. So basically I'm just smushing that dust into the middle so that we have a decent swatch here. And I don't think, they're already not entirely even as far as the size, but I'm going to keep them fairly regular. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go to red number 8. And one of the reasons why I think, I was a little bit out of it when I ordered this, but I don't have a lot of shades of the same colors, and that's really useful for soft pastel painting because you can obviously mix the colors on the page, but it's kind of nice to be able to work with light and shade in this way. But you can see it, they're quite intensely pigmented, and I am actually having to dip my finger into the water as well to make sure I get all that pigment off so that I don't cross-contaminate. Now we have red number 7. And how many are in here? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, of course it's an odd number. So this is red number 7. And these deep reds, really beautiful. Okay. And I'm wondering at what point these are so pigmented. I have 2 paper towels stacked together, but I'm hoping those will last me the whole swatching session. So I said that was red 7, and now we're going on to this is almost getting into a little bit of a purpley tone. This is red 13, and I think I'm only going to have room for 1 more here on the line. So we'll see how that works out. Beautiful, like burgundy type color. And I really want to start doing some landscapes with these. That's kind of, but I didn't get a landscape set because I do actually have some other colors. Like the landscape set is not as, I would say, comprehensive, because this has, as far as colors on the color wheel, because this has, you know, red, blue, yellow, a lot in the primaries, and that's kind of what I wanted. Okay, red 14 is the next one. And one thing that I have noticed, and I've heard other people talk about this, the darker the pastel, the less creamy it is on the paper, and that is definitely holding true for these. Don't get me wrong, they're still really nice and creamy. It's just not as creamy as the others. Okay. We're still in the reds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then now we have red number 15 on this next line. And yeah, not as super smooth. You can even hear. And you know, you are almost always going to get some variation because these are all handmade. Jackson's actually has some cool videos of them making pastels at Unison. Okay. So that was red 15, right? Yes, red 15. And then this is red 16. Lovely. Look at that beautiful pink. Pinkish red. This is a really beautiful tone. I could see using that for sunsets too. That might be nice. And I think it might be time for a tap off of my paper, because I don't want there to be, I have a little paper towel off to the side that I can just put that on, because I don't want to get any smudges here. So that was red 16. We're now on to red 17. So it's very interesting. So we're going from sort of orangey reds more into, I don't know, maybe like a true red. This one's great too. Has a lot of dust though. Red 17. And then we'll be going to the last one in this row. And depending on how long this video goes, I might break it up into multiple videos, just because we might end up going for a while here because there are so many in this set. Okay, so the last one in this row, and that is one of two, four, six rows. So this is red 18. They're beautifully laid out in the box, and I kind of wish that I could do the same layout that was in the box, but I don't think that's going to be possible, just given the size of this paper and, you know, all the colors that we have. So I'm just trying to pull that dust into the middle so that you don't have a lot left over. Pastels are so messy, it's impossible to not get messy. All right, so we're going on to the next row, and this is RE7. Is that red again? Oh, that might be red earth. So that is red earth. That's what RE stands for. That's red earth 7. One of the reasons why I chose the gray also is gray is a really good backdrop to get a true sense of color. So another good reason to use that. Okay, and then we have red earth 8. I think this whole row is red earths, which is kind of nice. These would be good for portraits as well. They do have a separate portrait set that's as large as this, and a landscape set. But like I said, I went for the more basic set that didn't have a specific purpose in mind. Okay. And then we're going on to red earth 9. Oh, these colors are so great. I can see how I would be using these. I'm going to use my index finger on this one. But you'll notice how I'm kind of like brushing the dust to the center, trying to get it to kind of absorb into the paper so that I'm not losing a lot of that color to just dust. And I am going to tap off again, because in spite of everything I do still have a lot of dust there. Okay, so then we have red earth 10. You can see these just have a really nice progression of color. And be very nice to just kind of pick up one, like over here, to do a highlight on something like that. Okay, so far I'm doing okay with rinsing my fingers off. So this is red earth 11. I'm gonna go down. Okay, I think I'm gonna do 2 more rows on this paper. That's red earth 11. I love red earth colors. You know, kind of like the Venetian reds type thing. Okay. Okay, that was 11. Now we have red earth 12. And I'm not as chatty today just because I'm really kind of focusing on these colors. They're super nice. Just trying to get into the tactile experience here. And trying to clean my fingers. That was red earth 12. Then we're doing a little bit of a jump up. This is, oh, this is not red earth. This is Ooh, what's BE? It's BE 30. I'll have to think about what the B stands for. E clearly stands for Earth again, but I'm not sure. Really nice colors though. And this is kind of an exercise for me as well in like controlling where I'm putting the pastels, because if I can get them, you know, inside that little oval there, that's the goal. All right, then we have BE 29. Oh, brown earth, I'm guessing, now that I'm thinking about it. Okay. BE 29. That one had quite a bit of dust. I think I'm going to do another tap off here. Twice a row seems to be about right. Then we have BE 28. Oh, just so beautiful. I mean, this is like my color dream here. Oh, we ended up making that one a little big, I think. All right, then we have BE 27. Oops, sorry, that's my doorbell. Surprised me. BE 27. And luckily I do have another paper towel over here. I think I'm going to have to use another one here. And then I have BE 26. And there's one more in this row. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll limit this video to the first 3 rows, which are all warm colors or moving into cool colors. And then we will go into the next batch in another video. So one more row after this in the box. So this next one is BE 25. All right. And then we're starting a new row here with some yellows. So this is, oops, Y12. I'm going to leave enough room for one more row beneath here. Y12. We have Y11. And if you're just trying to pick out a few different colors too, I'm hoping this will help you pinpoint which ones you might want to get. Or maybe you're just here for the color swatching, and that's fair enough too. Okay, that was Y11. Then we have Y10, and it looks like we're moving into warmer yellows as we go. Y10. was that one. Beautiful. Okay, I think I'm gonna need to get another paper towel. And then we have what looks like a much warmer yellow, Y9. Ooh, that's lovely. I do love a warm yellow. So that's Y9. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. And we have Y8. And Y7, which seems to be the last in sort of the orangey color. I say Y7. And I am thinking I'm gonna tap off here. I haven't tapped off in a while. Y7. Apologize for the throat clearing. COVID is a jerk. Keeps hanging on. Y1. Oop, this one is a little bit rough. Let me try the other end. Ooh, yeah, that's very unpleasant. Sometimes, okay, I found a spot that is a little better. And I do think that, you know, sometimes if you encounter something like that, move it around. And I think once you get past that outside bit, it will be a little bit more soft. Okay. And now we're kind of moving into the greeny yellows. Oh, as it says, yellow, green, earth, 12. Which is this one. Okay. Yeah, this will be good timing for the video because we'll be able to finish this last row here and then move on to the next 3 rows. So this is yellow, green, earth, 11. Okay, left less space here to go down. Yellow, green, earth, 11. Three more. So we have yellow, green, earth, 9. That's a lovely one. We have yellow, green, earth, 8. And then we'll have one more after this. And then I will stop this video. So this will be part 1 of 2. And then I will do the next 3 rows in a separate video. One more. So this is yellow, green, earth, 7. And And this will be a good way to set up my samples too. For laminating, I'll have two separate ones, one for row 1 through 3 here, and then another one for row 4 through 6. All right, so there we go. I'm going to tap off really quickly. All right, so there we have, let me zoom out so you can see the whole shebang there. And then I'm also going to bring back the pastels. And so we've got, let me zoom out just a little bit more. So we've got rows 1, 2, and 3 here. And then I'm going to stop here. And then for the next video, I'm going to do rows 4 through 6. And that will be these more cool colors. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. I hope that you'll watch part 2. If you would like to subscribe, please do, and then you can keep track of future videos on my channel. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. I hope to see you in next time, especially in part 2. In the meantime, have a great day. Thanks so much. Bye.